Ahoy mateys, Grunty's here with episode 7 of the Nuzlocke. Last time we freed Mo, the second of Ratbeard's poisoned crewmates. His jealous betrayal of Wilhelmina left his soul in torment, but to set him free, we had to rescue Captain Gordon from the Red Claw gang. Their leader, Buster Crab, demanded the golden hook of the Dutchman in trade, sending us into the cursed wreck of the Marie Celestia. After battling the Dutchman's ghostly crew and claiming the hook, we freed Gordon, reuniting him with Wilhelmina, and earned Mo's forgiveness. Now only one crewmate remains before we learn Ratbeard's location. Now let's dive into the next chapter of our journey. We reach the last crewmate, Jack. He reveals that before joining Ratbeard, he once served under Captain Avery, but secretly, he was paid by the cutthroats to spy on him. Jack never uncovered their full plan, only that it was something big. The guilt of betraying Avery and Skull Island keeps him from resting. He explains that he used to meet the sharks in the cave through the nearby pool. On the night he died, he was supposed to meet them after dinner, but things went wrong. Jack begs us to take his place, confront the cutthroats, and uncover their plot so he could finally find peace. We dive into the whirlpool to see what awaits. Bonnie notes there aren't any sharks around, though they could be deeper down. We swim into the sigil to investigate. Inside, instead of sharks, a massive humongo crab scuttles towards us. After cutting it down, the sharks finally appear. Bosun Bud sneers. "You ain't Jack, and you driven off Mr. Buttersauce. Get him, lads." The fight begins. Once defeated, Finley snarls that we haven't truly won. The Cutthroat's plan is already in motion. Skull Island will fall to the sharks, whether we like it or not. But he refuses to say more. Sarah concludes these sharks won't talk, so the only way forward is to strike their ships in the Skyway until one of them does. We leave the den, return to the docks, and set sail for the Cutthroats. After boarding a ship and winning the fight, one shark finally cracks, admitting the plan is to take down Captain Avery. Once Avery falls, Skull Island will follow. Bonnie Ann urges us to hurry back and warn him. We rush to Avery's office with the news. Avery scoffs, calling the Cutthroats Bilgewater bullies without the nerve to overthrow him. Even if they tried, he says they lack the brain to run Skull Island. They wouldn't know the first thing about proper taxation or governance. Still, after the Finn incident, Avery admits he can't be too careful. If we're worried, he tells us to report to Mordecai and have the guards doubled. We head to the Buccaneer's den. Mordecai shakes his head, saying Jack betrayed them to the Cutthroats. I never trusted that wharf rat. Now, with the sharks on the move, he admits he saw this coming. Avery may not believe it, but the Cutthroats can't be trusted. Mordecai has a bad feeling. He explains that there's a dock beneath the court, hidden in the sewers. It's Avery's escape tunnel. He suspects the Cutthroats will use it to sneak inside. Mordecai orders us to head down, reinforce the guards, and stay sharp. Avery may not be worried, but Mordecai certainly is. Inside the sewers, we reach the sigil for the secret dock. A rat named Sergeant Seeger greets us. Mordecai sent ye, has he? And what's old Finhead on about today? When we tell him of the plot, Seeger scoffs. A plot against Avery? Horrible tale. Terrible indeed. Sharks taking over Skull Island? Can't imagine such nonsense. But his tone shifts. Still, somebody been talking too much. Rumors spread fear, and that's too dangerous. Best to snuff him out at the source. Eh, lads? With that betrayal revealed, the fight begins. Mid-battle, Seeger slips away, leaving his goons. After cutting them down, we press deeper into the dock and find him again, this time with a shark at his side. I told you we'd be found out, Seeger shouts, the shark trying too hard to sound pirate-like, growls. Ye hearty, ye now be telling no tales, Captain. All hands attack. Bonnie Ann glances at us and mutters, what did he just say? The next battle begins. Halfway through, the shark, Sneaky Sharky McFinn, decides he's had enough. Abandon the boat. I'll meet ye at the rendezvous, he cries before vanishing, leaving Seeger and his guards behind. Once they're defeated, we hurry back to Mordecai with the news. Inside the Buccaneer den, Mordecai is stunned. This is worse than I feared. he growls. Seeker knows all of Skull Island's defenses. His betrayal puts us all in deadly danger. Mordecai shakes his head. The cutthroats don't have the cunning to turn so many to their side. Who'd ever trust those sharks? Determined, he declares he'll post loyal guards below and seal the dock at once. Still, Seeker must be found quickly. Mordecai dares not to entrust this to anyone else, but he does trust us. He tells us to seek Vadima, for perhaps the spirits can reveal where Seeker has gone. We hurry to the Witch Doctor's sanctum to report to Vadima. She greets us solemnly, already sensing the weight of our errand. The spirits are restless, she warns. Great danger overshadows us all. Vadima asks if we seek the traitor. Gazing into her crystal ball, she frowns. Strange, something is clouding my sight. Dark magic is at work. Though the vision is blurred, she can still sense him. Seeker hides within the ancient tunnels behind the waterfall. Before we leave, Vadima places a blessing upon us. Strange forces oppose my magic, but they shall not block your path. Go carefully. With her words in mind, we set out to find the traitor. As we get behind the water and into the ancient tunnels, Sarah comments that the crazy guy is Old Nate. He's full of stories about the tunnels. She suggests we ask him about Seeker. We head to Old Nate for answers. At first, he says he never heard of Seeker, but admits there's been plenty of strange folks coming and going. After thinking it over, he recalls seeing rats and sharks together. Hey, I didn't spot one rat tearing through here not too long ago. Straight to that door on the right. Lots old sorts been heading that way lately, he adds. We approach the door. Bonnie Ann steps forward confidently. I can get this open, she says, working the lock until it clicks. Sarah nods. That's that then. Let's go and be ready for trouble. Inside the tunnel, we're met by one of Seeker's thugs, Red Dougal. He sneers. Uninvited guest, eh? We'll teach you what happens when you go where ye ain't wanted, yar! The fight breaks out. After cutting him and his crew down, Sarah scans the room. Seeker's not here. Let's move on to the next chamber. Pushing deeper, we finally find him. Seeker snarls. I don't know how ye tracked me down, pirate, but ye'll be sorry ye did. Get 'em, lads! Get 'em all! With that, the final battle against Seeker begins.
Is that all? Will do. Reckon I will.
Watch this.
As you wish.
Ahoy! You're getting quite the horde, I see. You're enough.
With Sager finally defeated, he collapses, finally agreeing to talk. He reveals that the cutthroats aren't acting alone. The old shark clans are rising, united under a new master, and their plan is to take Skull Island back. He admits that he and his men were promised safety from being eaten in exchange for helping. His role was simple, delivering messages to a thresher who served the leader. Every meeting was held in the same place, Devilfish Hollow, at the end of Corsair's channel, always in the cave to the right. The news chills the crew. Sarah reflects that the Threshers are far stronger and meaner than the Cutthroats, and that Devilfish Hollow is a place few ever return from. Bonnie Ann insists the information must reach Mordecai immediately. He needs to know what they are up against. Without delay, the crew turns back towards the Buccaneer's den to deliver the grim warning. Back at the Buccaneer's den, Mordecai listens grimly. The mention of the Threshers cuts deep. They destroyed his tribe, and though he burns for vengeance, his duty to Avery comes first. He orders us to sail to Devilfish Hollow and find Seeger's contact and learn more of this master. Still, he warns the plot is too clever for the sharks alone. Our true enemy remains hidden. Devilfish Hollow is dangerous, he says. Go only as far as the contact. No further, or it will be our doom. With his warning echoing in my mind, I head to the docks, board my ship, and set sail for Devilfish Hollow. We reach the accursed cave. As we step inside, Subadai mutters uneasily that he disliked this place before, and now he likes it even less. Urging us to finish quickly, he tells to press onward. We make our way to the cave on the right and step onto the sigil. As we head inside the cave, we go deeper in. We counter the shark conspirators led by Razortooth. Realizing we're not Seeker, he snarls that we've seen too much and orders his crew to attack. After defeating Razortooth and his gang, he tells us it was too late. His master is going to wipe all of Skull Island and that we can't stop him. Razortooth says the Skyway will be theirs again, saying their master will give it back to them. Then a mysterious figure appears, Durzos. He's furious that Razortooth said too much and immediately threatens to keelhaul him for spilling the secrets. Then Bonnie Ann chimes in and is confused. What the devil are ye supposed to be? Durzos claims he's a shark, a thresher, specifically, and acts insulted that we don't recognize it. He insists that we only see what he wants us to see and tries to play it off like he's the meanest, toughest shark in the Skyway. But Sarah calls him out. Thanks to Badama's blessing, we're seeing through his illusions. He's not a shark at all, he's a shrimp. Durzos snaps, yelling that the correct term is prawn, not shrimp. He tries to mock us back, saying our insight won't save us and that we've gone too far. With the deception revealed, Durzos orders his minions to attack and the fight begins. After we beat Durzos, he begs for his life and says he'll give information if we spare him. Durzos sneers. You think you have won? You've won nothing. It's too late. The grand plan with the master is already in motion. Skull Island will be theirs. Bonnie Ann can't help herself. I thought you were giving it back to the sharks. Durzos waves her off. Bah! The sharks are useful, malleable prawns. We'll deal with them once their work is done. Subadai steps up, flat and dangerous. Tell us the plan or there will be trouble. Durzos grins and mocks us, calls us puny, shellless things who could never match prawn genius, then spills the whole plot. He says the prawns and sharks have given their mightiest galleon to the master and are converting it into a weapon, a massive fire ship. He explains they'll sail that galleon straight into Skull Island dock, destroy the pier and every ship there, and cut off the escape route. Once the island is isolated, the master and his allies will move in and take it. Sarah adds the practical bit. They're filling that ship with blasting powder and naphtha, highly flammable, so when it hits the dock, it'll be an inferno that levels the port and the fleet. Bonnie Ann snaps, not if we blow it up first, let's go. We waste no time. With the truth from Durzoff burning in our minds, we race back to Devilfish Hollow docks, board our ship, and set sail for the cutthroat fire ship. Skull Island's doom waiting to happen. As we sail into Skull Island Skyway, the fire ship finally comes into view, a towering cutthroat galleon. Its deck stacked with barrels of blasting powder and glistening naphtha. It's anchored dangerously close to Skull Island. Bonnie Ann says the gangplank's down. They're about to cast off. We have to get to the sigil quick before they set her loose. We leap onto the dock of the fire ship, heading to the sigil, ready to face whatever lies within the belly of the fire ship. On the ship, suddenly, a prawn steps out. Grand Admiral Prawn. He says, "The interlopers. My brother warns me you be coming. Minions, get them all." Without hesitation, his crew attacks, and the fight on the fire ship begins. After we defeat Admiral Prawn's minions and destroy the blasting powder, General Prawn glares at us. "You thwarted this part of the plan," he says coldly. "But rest assured, we will adapt. The Master's superior intellect will prevail." He continues, "The Master's army will rise from the hidden refuge. Any of you simple-minded fools who survive will become our willing slaves." Sarah cuts in sharply. "I wouldn't bet on that, shrimp. Now tell us where your refuge is before this ship blows up right under us." Admiral Prawn taunts that the idea of going to the refuge is predictable and pathetic, warning that anyone goes will find nothing but doom waiting. He reveals that the refuge lies atop a mountain overlooking Skull Island, hidden in the caldera at the peak where the Master's stronghold is located. The only way in is through a secret door on the upper slopes, which requires a key, one he's more than willing to give, eager to send them to their doom. Seeing the enemy crew broken and the ship starting to burn, Subadai insists that they must escape quickly, knowing it would be foolish to fight on a burning ship. They make their way back towards the dock to regroup and prepare for what's next. Subadai points to a cannon and suggests using it to finish the ship. Careful aim, no haste. I then go ahead and walk over towards the cannon and use it at the ship, causing the ship to blow up. Subadai congratulates everyone on a quick victory, then scoffs at the prawns, mocking their so-called superior intellect and laughing at their arrogance. He says it's time to end the hunt and urges the crew to sail for the refuge so this can finally be finished. We trek to the mountain, find the ancient door to the Master's lair, and step inside, ready to end this once and for all. Sarah is shocked that this place has been hidden right under their noses all along. She's never seen anything like it before. Subadai points out that the Master must be hiding deep within the temple, calling him a coward and urging the crew to fight their way inside. After defeating the first wave of enemies, Bonnie Ann points out looking up sharply, eyes wide. She shouted, "They've blocked the way! If they trap us in this bowl, we're doomed!" Subadai points towards the ledge above. "The winch! There! It lowers the gate. We must reach it quickly." We made haste and reached the first witch. Bonnie Ann didn't wait. "That's one. There's another witch. We've got to use it too. Let's go." Just as we arrive, on the other side, Krangor, one of the Master's prawns, appears. He shouted, "You shall not reach the Master's chambers. Stop them, my minions." We easily cut Krangor down quickly, too slow to match us. We scrambled to the witch and found it jammed fast. Sarah comments, "What do we do now?" she asked. Subadai glared up at the ledge. "If we can't turn it, we destroy it. Using that standing stone above, topple it onto the witch." Bonnie Ann appeared up half grinning. "Sure, just don't crush us." The winch is destroyed and the gate opens just enough to slip through. We make haste towards the temple. But before that, another prawn appears, but we defeat him quickly. With the path clear, we head straight for the temple doors. We step inside, time to finish with the Master. At last, we meet the Master. He snarls that we ruined his scheme, but warns we won't defeat them. He tells us the prawns ruled these skies long before the sharks arrived. They are the Kraken's favored, blessed by the Storm Titan. For too long they've waited outside, driven away by the cursed drakes, but no more, they want vengeance. Sarah rolls her eyes. Yeah, sure. Come on, get the jumbo shrimp. Bonnie smirks. Isn't that an oxymoron? What did you call me? Says Sarah. The master growls, tired of their jokes, and sends the last wave of minions at us. After slashing through the last wave of minions, it was time to face the master. He sneered. Inconceivable! How can you thick-skulled cretins dare oppose the genius of the prawns? I shall deal with you myself. The real fight was about to begin. Blaze Quick versus the master. Let the showdown begin.
Coward hides behind these crystals. Smash your way through.
Yes, Captain. Yes? Okay. As you wish. Watch this. Yes, Captain. Here goes. Reckon I will. Yeah. What you need? As you wish.
We successfully defeated the Master, his schemes undone, his reign at an end. The chamber fell silent at last. But the victory came at a cost. Sarah Steele didn't make it. She gave everything in the fight, brave to the end. May you rest in peace, Sarah, until the promotion. In utter disbelief, the Master couldn't accept his defeat. He continues saying, "This isn't over. The prawns will have their vengeance." Bonnie Ann stepped forward unfazed. "Not today," she said firmly. "Come on, let's go tell Mordecai the plot has been broken." We reported to Mordecai and he asked if the sharks had been defeated. He congratulated us on foiling the sharks' plot, remarking that we're far better fighters than we look. When we told him the Threshers hadn't acted alone and that the prawns were behind it, all he raised an eyebrow, clearly puzzled. "Prawns?" he muttered. "Strangest thing I've heard. Never seen such a creature. If they were part of the old wars, the sea must have swallowed them up a long time ago." Then he straightened and gave a firm nod. "Enough said. I'll send trusted men to keep watch over their hidden lair. They'll not catch us unaware again." He added that he'd inform Captain Avery of the bravery we showed and the part we played in stopping the threat. Finally, he told us to find Jack, tell him he's made up for his mistakes. We then talked with Jack, with the gratitude thanking us for doing the right thing for him. He said, "We may have been enemies in life, but now you set my soul free." With a final farewell, he tells me to go talk to Lasco, with Jack now finding peace. Lasco is glad that Jack is no longer haunting this cave. He tells us well done. He thanks us and says he had dragged his poor shipmates into this mess, but now he's finally done right by them. Then, with a resolute tone, he says, "Now it's time to deal with Ratbeard." This concludes the episode. Stay tuned to find out where Ratbeard has gone. Thanks for watching, pirates.